Hello and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Burk. And we were talking about movie trailers, and there's a trailer that just came out on the day that former president was arrested, and it was sort of the other trending news item was
It was
the
such a surreal day between that and Barbie.
it
I was like,
was
"Am I losing my mind right now?" It was so weird, and it was super
yeah,
windy here yesterday, so I felt like I'm in another universe.
it
Ah,
was crazy
it was so
windy.
crazy. So we had all kinds of epic things happening, and
Yeah,
we've covered the Barbie teaser. We've looked at posters. It's like this. I am so fascinated by this movie because
yeah,
it looks like it technically could kind of be for kids for so far from the teaser, but then it has an edge that I'm like, I hope they don't push away too far from that because it looks like it's gonna be so surreal and weird. And I'm really anxious to see this trailer because finally we're gonna see more stuff.
the weird thing about it is I can imagine with the marketing and the ideas and the pitch and all that was,
Mhm.
of course, there's going to be kids who are going to go see this because it's
Yep.
based on a toy, and
Yeah.
kids still play with Barbies. So
Right.
kids, there's a ton of kids who are going to see this. So you can't make like a R-rated thing. You can't make something
Yeah.
that's too adult aimed. But it was sort of like a while back. There was when I was a kid, there was a show called The Banana Splits that was,
Mhm.
four costume animal characters that were really goofy. They were like the
Yeah.
monkeys. The monkeys were copying the Beatles, and the Banana Splits were copying the monkeys.
Yeah.
And they were like the Banana Splits were a pop band, and it was kind of popular when I was a kid, sort of popular, I guess. But
Mhm.
recently they made a movie, like a horror movie with the Banana Splits characters, which was kind of, I mean, I never saw it and probably won't, but it was kind of okay because the popularity of the Banana Splits was only among people who are older, right? Kids
Yeah.
don't know who the hell the Banana Splits are.
No, they
So
do
it's
not.
it's fair game. So
That's right.
with Barbie though, Barbie is a current thing. So I'm wondering when I'm watching these trailers and reading stuff about this, seems like maybe satire, maybe some sort of social
Yeah.
commentary, whatever. But I wonder if they are doing that thing where where they made the film simultaneously on two different levels. You
That's what
can
I'm
watch it
hoping.
as a kid.
Kids can
You can
enjoy
also
it.
watch like the Lego movie. I
Yeah.
think Mark brought
Yeah.
that up
Yeah.
one other
Yep.
time when he said the Lego movie. Kids play
Right.
with Lego. Kids go see the movie and they love it. Adults
Mhm.
go see it and it's like they're watching a completely different movie.
So true. All right, let's look at this thing 'cause I'm dying to see it. So this is gonna be
Yeah,
so
let's check
cool. We're
out
gonna
this
add this
trailer.
stream. Oh, it's gonna be so weird.
I'm gonna mark it. Are you ready?
I wanna see Ryan Gosling. What's up with that? Okay.
Oh, pink.
So cute. I should have worn pink. That's funny.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Oh, they're all Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
That's
Hi, Ken.
I can.
With the radio blast and goes cruising just as fast as she can now.
I thought I might stay over.
Why?
Is your girlfriend, boyfriend?
To do what?
I'm actually not sure.
And she'll have fun,
Ah.
and she'll have fun, and she'll have fun.
Oh god.
Okay, ladies, let's do this.
Oh,
Wow.
look at that.
Wow.
Real world.
Real world.
Oh.
What are you doing here?
I'm coming with you.
Did you bring your rollerblades?
I literally go nowhere without them.
Oh
Oh, looks like this beach was a little too much beach for you, Ken. If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken. I'll beat you off with you any day, Ken.
Anyone who wants to beat him off has to beat me off first. I will beat both of you off at the same time.
Both of us off. Nobody's gonna beat anyone off.
Oh my god.
Rat.
Oh my god. I'm so here for this. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it looks so trippy. Oh,
So I'm kind of getting the flavor of what might be happening here. It seems like it takes place in an alternate world of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Barbie world.
Yeah.
And they somehow go into the real world, and maybe we're
Yes.
we're not maybe seeing some of that, but that's kind of fun where you get to see them in this sort of artificial toy world, and then you
Yeah.
throw Barbie and Ken and his bright yellow rollerblades into into the
I love
real
it because it
world.
looks really designed like how the toy is designed, like from the classic clothes and like you said, the rollerblades that are
Yeah, molded
super
in the
bright.
same color. It's just one piece
Oh,
of
yeah.
plastic. Like the wheels don't even turn, it's funny.
So good. And they're all
But
named Ken and Barbie. So
and I
funny.
love
They're
how when
cute
she's
kids.
driving her car, she looks sort of scaled improperly for the car. The
Yes,
steering
the
wheel
car
is
is
a
way
little
too
too
small.
small, and she's not even touching the steering wheel. She's just like, and the car is
Looking
just
good.
rolling down the street
I
because
love
that's
the
how kids play
pure
with toys.
It's so true. And I love the total commitment to the phoniness and plasticness of the whole concept. They didn't try and make it too real. They went full everything is sort of fake looking, which I love. I mean, the stylized like look of it is amazing and a teeny bit scary. It's a little
That's
bit
what's
scary.
cool about it. It is kind of
Yeah.
like I bet they're gonna approach these ideas in there where suddenly it is like this whole interaction with the real world, suddenly realizing what are we?
Yeah.
We're not like them. But we seem to
Yeah.
be sort
Something's
of
off.
built in their image, but we're not like these things. But I
So
mean, they could go completely surreal with it, and
yeah.
I, I I have high hopes for it because it
I
looks
have
pretty
high
cool.
hopes. This looks like a big screen movie. This needs to be huge
Yeah,
on a big screen with the music. And I love the Beach Boys soundtrack was perfect.
yeah.
I also like the intro scene where she walks in with the cute little shoes and steps out and her feet stay in the high heel pose. So genius. Oh my God. I love that they know kept that in there. And
That
those the
is
cast is
Barbie.
perfect. So
The
perfect.
cast, yeah, what a
They
cast.
get it. They bring that sort of sly humor, like the sort of knowing wink with that, but still playing it really straight. It's like Ryan Gosling perfect for this.
That is that fine line with things like this.
Mhm.
It's like if you have people that sort of don't get the style of
Yeah.
satire or social
Mhm.
commentary, and they maybe overdo it
Yeah.
or maybe underdo it, but it's
Mhm.
like or they do it just in a way that doesn't ring proper. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's the kind of movie where I've worked on films that had a feel to them,
Yeah.
a specific feel, and there's like these meetings, these sort of
Oh, yeah.
concept meetings where endless discussions about what can and cannot happen in this world and what the world is, and that's too much, that's just right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if everything is consistent, it could work, but if there's something that goes too far or doesn't, you can
Yeah.
easily break your concept.
And you have to believe in it sincerely,
Yeah.
which you can get, and then this had to be directed by a woman. It had to be done
Yeah,
because you're
yes.
the only ones would really understand the sort of weirdness and attraction of dolls in general, and then making them real and that fantasy of real, and then how, like, a teeny bit scary it is. That
And
was so
just the
perfect.
phenomenon of Barbie
Yeah.
as a concept, that's something that's been discussed a lot, is the sort of
Mhm.
body image thing that young girls
Yep.
grow up with the
Yeah.
perfect Barbie whose proportions aren't even humanoid.
Well, no,
She's
you
like
grow up with that.
12 heads tall, and
Yeah, you
and
grow up with those proportions and Ken is always super buff and it's like you grow up with those body images in your head and you're putting all these expensive clothes and all the little cute things. It's like that's the kind of stuff that imprints. That's what I like
yeah,
about this is it's sort of pointing a little bit of a finger at that, which is kind of cool.
and maybe
I have a
showing how
person.
odd and surreal that can
Yes.
be too
It is kind
when
of
you're
odd and surreal when you think about
yeah,
it.
when you really stop and think about it.
Yeah, because 'cause you're putting them in a world, like, you pretend like, "Oh, Barbie's home and Ken's coming home, or her boyfriend or her husband, we're gonna do this and that." Like, it's this weird fantasy world, I love they're kinda making it real, but also just kinda
And then when you
creepy.
grow up and you encounter real girls and real boys in the real
Yeah,
world, I don't know. I think adults, I mean, people that are well adjusted adjust to it. They're like, okay, that was
yeah,
toys. This is reality. They're different.
right.
But you wonder sometimes if there's a little bit of it that stays in the back of your mind where you're like, what?
Yeah,
Why aren't things better? You know,
yeah, it's true. So I
why
have
don't
some
I have
posters.
a Corvette?
I know, it's like, why don't I live on the beach? Why doesn't my boyfriend look like Ken? I was like so
Yeah.
we have, character posters just came out. So there's a million. I'm only gonna show a few, but they all have
Nice.
little burst, like, kinda like little
That's
sales sticker.
That's the Mattel logo, actually.
Is
Mattel
it?
Toys. Yeah.
Oh, I
Mattel
thought it was a
Toys
little
has
sticker.
that red sticker
That
thing.
makes you're right. It is.
And it's
So they made it
the
pink.
Barbie logo, actually, that font.
I love that. That's really good. And they produced it a little more. Put some sparkle in there.
Yeah.
Added the and then we have Ken's version. Still says Barbie, but it's just Ken. He's just Ken. Just Ken.
He's just Ken. And
I just love
his circle is blue because
because
he's a boy.
This is
Yeah.
very gender specific. Then we have
You know what I like? Go back to Ken for just a second. This is a detail that I can tell I already love the crew of this film. The wardrobe department has nailed the stiffness of the fabric when you
it's true.
scale it down for toys. That's always a thing when you do scaled down things. I worked on a movie called Team America where it was done with puppets, 1/3 scale puppets. And one of the issues was the clothing. You always have to get extra thin clothing so when it bends here, it doesn't wad up like full-sized cloth would on a smaller thing. So when you make toys, they make the fabric and it doesn't fall the same way. It doesn't fall right on a toy because the toy is so much smaller. So it looks like Ken's shirt is made out of large scale fabric.
It does. So good.
And that's so hilarious because it's not falling on him like soft fabric. It looks like he's very small wearing a shirt made out of normal fabric.
It does. And I love the plasticness of his skin and the emphasis on his abs, which he already has, but they kind of emphasized them a little more, which you could tell in the movie they were doing the same thing. This isn't even just a still image retouching. It's like they're purposely going there. And then we have Kate McKinnon, who I love. I just want to put her up here because she's so great. But I love her in those crazy boots. They always had the kind of crazy boots in these things. Like you go, this is a punk rock girl.
And it looks like a kid has drawn on her with a marker, which is something that kids do with their toys,
And chop the hair off, which is what everyone did
hair.
for Barbies eventually. Yes.
She's like an abused Barbie, I think.
She's an abused Barbie. That's really sad. Oh, that makes it tragic now.
So it's kind of got a Toy Story vibe to it as well, maybe. Like there's kids who play with them. Like I wonder if they're going to address that, like the way Toy Story did, that they have their secret life and then they have their life of when the kids play with them. That's interesting. So obviously
good.
somebody's been messing around with her hair.
Someone has been playing with this Barbie. It's
from
not
the real
right.
world.
And again,
and
I wish we could go through all of them. There's a ton. We should do an episode just on the posters.
I wonder if when they go into the real world, are they small or are they full-size people? Do they go in and they're like Barbie size?
Oh, I hope they're not Barbie size because that would be terrifying.
That would be like
That would
Land
be
of the
bad.
Giants or something. So many questions. I really want to see this movie.
I can't wait to see this movie. All right, you guys, let us know what you think of this trailer and what your thoughts are on this movie. And there's lots to say about it, I know. And be sure to
why are we so
subscribe,
excited about
comment,
this?
join. I know. Why are we so excited about this weird Barbie movie?
It just looks weird.
It looks fresh and weird. I know.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you at the beach.
Bye.